This is the Monado's power!
How's it going, everyone? Zanato here. So I wanted to start a new series on my channel where basically I try and balance Smash 4 more than it already is. And I know the Zero already started something like that because he did like a buff Jigglypuff thing. But I actually had a video, like the idea for this series, like long before that video, and I kind of just got around to this. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun because, you know, I can go over multiple characters and you guys can like leave suggestions and stuff, and I think it'll be really awesome. Obviously, I'm going to start with Shulk because he's my main, and obviously he needs buffed, so I kind of just want to go over how I would buff him and some things that just help make him a much better character. But yeah, like I said earlier, leave a comment for what character you want to see featured next in the series. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So first off, I want to go over the major issues with Shulk, and really the only major issue we have is his weak frame data, and I think that everyone knows that, because and basically the reason is his attacks take a long time to come out, which causes him not to be able to retaliate attacks when he's under pressure. So like if there's a character like Sheik or Fox, you know, if they're doing forward air strings or, you know, some kind of string or whatever, and Shulk's really only option is a defensive option because he can't go for an offensive option because by the time a forward air or something comes out, it's just too late. He's gonna get hit again. Regardless, Shulk's moves need to come out faster because that's really the only true thing holding him back, because there's nothing else bad about him, because he has good kill options, he has good mobility, Monato arts can literally change the turn of a match. There's just, he has so many good things going for him. It's just if he had a little bit of a boost in frame data, he would just be so much better. So I want to start with his aerials because I think those are the most important things. Most importantly, his neutral air and forward air, because they don't come out until frame 13 and 14 respectively. And forward air is one of Shulk's best spacing tools because of its extended range, but the issue is it just flat out gets beaten like other characters' moves, like I said before, because it's just not come out until frame 14, and you know most moves are going to come out a lot faster than that, so it's just bad. I feel like something like frame 10 would be much better because, yeah, I think it's good, but not like overpowered, because it'd allow him to throw out his moves faster, obviously, and, you know, be a little more like consistent. And also, another thing is his neutral air. I think is his best combo tool because it goes into so many follow-ups, so many kill confirms. But the problem is it doesn't come out until frame 13, which I believe is plain ridiculous. If it's going to be such a strong combo tool, it should be made a reliable move, and in this case, it is not. I feel that something like frame 8 would be much better because he could pull off so many more combos and it would just be so much better. Like, if I had to pick one buff out of everything in this video, this is what it would be. A frame 8 neutral air, without a doubt. As for moves like back air, down air, and up air, like, I think they're pretty fair for the most part because they have so much power to them. Like, coming out slow makes sense, but I would still consider maybe taking 2-3 frames off their startup. Also, landing lag on his moves aren't really an issue. Like, I don't see why someone would complain about his landing lag because, first of all, Malk can cancel any landing lag. And his landing lag actually isn't that much worse than any other swordsman like Martha Cloud. Like, I've actually compared their landing lag and it's like the same. Maybe just like a slight bit better. But since Shulk has Malk, it doesn't really matter. I also believe that his tilts should come out faster because of how good and useful they can be in the neutral. Up tilt, down tilt, and forward tilt are frame 11, 10, and 12. Up tilt and down tilt I feel should be like from frame 9, like they should be reduced to like frame 9 and 6, just because that would just make spacing so much easier, you know. Like, Shulk should be played to space, kind of like Marth, and since he doesn't have the frame data like Marth, it can be difficult sometimes, especially when it's a faster character like Sheik or Fox or heck, even Cloud, because their moves just come out so much faster. So that's really like the major thing that Shulk needs buffed. It's just the startup frames. If he had better startup frames, I can almost guarantee he could be like a top 20 character. Some other minor things, they're not like necessary, but I feel like maybe his recovery could snap the ledge. But like I said before, it's not really like necessary, but it would just be really helpful. Other things I'd like to see is maybe his normal run speed just a little bit faster, because without speed mode, he's kind of slow. But that's pretty much it. Like, obviously I think other videos would be a lot more extensive because other characters need buffed a lot more, because Shulk, that's all he's missing is better frame data, to be honest. Like if he had that, like I said, I'm pretty sure I could see him as a top 20 character, even maybe even higher. But unfortunately, I doubt I see that happening. But you know, if anyone ever wants to make a Project M of Smash 4, this is what you got to do. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what character you'd like to see next in the comments. Drop a like while you're at it, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.